was sitting in my room with the door closed. It was almost dinner time, and everyone was downstairs getting ready. I could hear Tommy laughing from the living room. I looked down at the magazine one of my friends at school had given me. It was a Playboy. We had pored over the pages at school, giggling and ogling over the naked women scattered throughout the magazine. I had never seen anything like it. It was my first exposure to that world. It made my heart race in ways that I enjoyed, and I felt something weird but pleasurable stirring up inside of me. I had asked my friend if I could borrow the magazine, and he had let me. I adjusted on my bed and pored over the nude photos. I couldn't believe women actually let people take pictures of them like this. I felt something stir in my crotch as I turned another page. My heart was racing and I felt hot. My cheeks flushed. I was on the last page when I heard something from the doorway.
What you got there, Matt?
I whipped up my head, jumping, the magazine falling to the floor. Tommy was watching me from the door. I hadn't even heard him open it. "Nothing," I mumbled, snatching the Playboy up and shoving it under my pillow. Tommy walked over to me. I didn't hear you come in," I mumbled, blushing. Tommy reached under my pillow and pulled out the magazine.
It's not nice to lie. I've told you that. Why were you lying to me, Matt?
I swallowed hard, a heart thundering against my ribcage. I'm sorry. I trailed off miserably as Tommy thumbed through the pages. He glanced down at me.
Do you like this?
I knew I couldn't lie to him again. I nodded, my skin flush, eyes on the floor. Tommy smiled and sat down next to me on my bed, one hand resting on my thigh.
Do these pictures make you feel good?
I didn't look at him as I nodded again. And then, suddenly, Tommy leant over and kissed me on my cheek. I jumped up, his touch scaring me, and he removed his hand and chuckled.
Come on, dinner's ready.
Shaking, I walked out of the room, and suddenly I wasn't hungry again. As the days marched closer and closer towards July, my family developed a silent optimism, a desperate plea to make all of this stop, to make all of it just go away. My mother and father made sure that there was no reason for another hard lesson. They bent over backwards for Tommy, begging through clamped teeth that we'd all make it to July without another incident. Only July 3rd, we woke up to find Tommy Taffy was gone. 5 years to the day, and we couldn't believe it. He had simply vanished overnight. We checked every inch of the house 3 times over, and we met in the living room, embracing one another as a family. Tommy had finally moved on, and the sentence was over. My father called off work, and we went away for 2 weeks to the beach. During those 2 weeks, I kept expecting to wake up with Tommy standing over me, that horrific smile on his face. But he didn't. It really was over. My parents did their best to rebuild our family, fill in the cracks that had been made during those long years, and I love them dearly for it. But some monsters just can't be forgotten. I still don't know what Tommy Taffy was or where he came from. In fact, I don't think I'll ever know. What was his purpose? Why did he do those awful things to us? I pore over the possible answers until my head splits and I find myself crying. The memories, too much to dig up. Some things are just better left dead in the past. But I haven't forgotten what my father told me in the hallway that awful night outside my sister's room. I'm 33 now and have remained unmarried and without children. I just can't risk it. I can't risk that monster coming back into my life. I've never understood why my parents chose to have kids. They both had been exposed to Tommy during their childhood. So, why have Stephanie and I? Maybe they didn't believe that he really would come back. But I believe it. And I'm terrified. Because, you see, yesterday, my sister gave birth to twins.